What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade J.J. Williams, and today we're going to be taking a look at, from 1985, The Black Cauldron, starring the voice talents of Grant Bardsley, Susan Sheridan, Freddie Jones, Nigel Hawthorne, John Briner, John Hurt, Peter Renegade, and Wayne Allwine. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And as I said at the top of the show, today we're going to be discussing 1985's The Black Cauldron, the second of three films here within the Bronze Age, the Dark Ages, that I had never seen prior to watching it to review it here today. Let's get right into it here, shall we? Our movie opens in the town of Prydain, where Taryn, a teenage boy and assistant pig keeper on the small farm of Caer Dallben, the home of Dallben the Enchanter, dreams of becoming a famous warrior. Dallben discovers that the evil Horned King is searching for a mythical relic known as the Black Cauldron, which has the power to create an invincible army of undead warriors. Dallben fears that the Horned King may use his pig, Henwin, who has oracular powers, to locate the cauldron. So Dallben directs Taryn to take Henwin to safety. Unfortunately, Taryn's daydreaming causes Henwin to be captured by Gwythaints, the Horned King's dragon-like creatures. Taryn follows them to the Horned King's castle and encounters the dog-like creature Gurgi, who just wants to be Taryn's friend. Frustrated by Gurgi's antics and cowardice, Taryn leaves him. Taryn sneaks into the castle and helps Henwin escape, but is captured and thrown into the dungeon. Another prisoner, Princess Eilenwy, frees Taryn as she attempts to escape herself. In the catacombs underneath the castle, Taryn and Eilenwy, I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Taryn and Eilenwy discover the ancient burial chamber of a king. Taryn arms himself with the king's sword, which contains magic that allows him to effectively fight off the Horned King's minions, thus fulfilling his dreams of being a warrior. Taryn and Eilenwy, along with a third prisoner, the comical, middle-aged bard Fluter Flan, are able to escape from the castle and are found by Gurgi. Upon discovering that Taryn escaped the dungeon, the Horned King orders his goblin creeper to send the Gwythaints to follow Taryn. The four companions follow Henwin's trail and stumble into the underground kingdom of the Fair Folk, who have Henwin under their protection. When the kind King Idelig reveals the cauldron's location, Taryn decides to destroy it. Eilenwe, Gurgi, and Fluter agree to join him, and Keen Idleleg's obnoxious right-hand man, Dolly, is assigned to lead them to the marshes of Morva, while the fair folk escort Henwin back to Dalbin. When they arrive at the marshes of Morva, the four friends discover that the cauldron is held by three witches: Ordu, the crafty leader, Orgach, the greedy one, and Orwin, the benevolent one, who falls in love with Fluter at first sight. Ordu agrees to trade the cauldron for Terran's sword, and reluctantly he agrees, knowing it'll cost him his chance at heroism. Before the witches vanish, they reveal that the cauldron is indestructible and that its power can only be broken when someone willingly climbs into it, which kills them. Dolly angrily abandons the group, and although Terran feels foolish for trading his sword for nothing, his friends show their belief in him, and Eilenwe and Terran almost kiss. Suddenly, they are found by the Horned King's minions, who have followed them. Gurgi is able to run away before they take the cauldron and the companions back to the castle. The Horned King uses the cauldron to raise the dead, and his cauldron-born army begins to pour out into the world. Gurgi decides not to abandon his friends and sneaks into the castle and rescues them. Terran decides to jump into the cauldron to save everyone, but Gurgi stops him and jumps in instead, killing the cauldron-born. When the Horned King spots Terran, he blames him, saying that Terran has interfered for the last time, and throws the youth toward the cauldron. But the cauldron is out of control and consumes the Horned King in a tunnel of fire, which kills him and destroys the castle, using up all its powers forever as the companions escape. The three witches come to recover the now inert Black Cauldron. However, Terran has finally realized Gurgi's true friendship and asks them to revive his friend in exchange for the cauldron, choosing to give up his magical sword permanently. Fluter challenges the witches to demonstrate their powers, and the reluctant witches honor the request by returning Gurgi to them. At first, Gurgi appears to be dead, but is eventually resurrected. After they reunite, Gurgi pushes Terran and Eilenwe into a kiss, and the four friends then journey back to Dalbin, where he and Dolly watch them in a vision created by Henwin, and Dalbin finally praises Terran for his heroism. This was a very interesting one, as the first, and I believe to date still only, PG entry in the Walt Disney Animated Studios. It's very dark. It's very dark, and the Horned King to children could be very scary. A lot of these movies, I would say from Cinderella through now, I've been watching with my niece. Because I'm not just watching them through my own eyes, most of them again, but I'm also trying to introduce her to movies within the filmography here that she hasn't seen before. There's a couple that I skipped. I didn't show her Sword in the Stone. Thought she'd be bored. Same with Rescuers. But this one I didn't show her just because even though I had never seen it before, I had seen The Horned King. I didn't want him to scare that little girl. She's only 6. And I have a feeling that if she had seen the Horned King, she would have had nightmares. I don't know what Disney was thinking, aside from the fact that they were trying to do something different. They were very experimental at this time. As we've already talked about, post Walt's passing, you kind of had the Aristocats, Robin Hood, and even the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh that still had a little bit of Walt-like influence in it. But I feel that with The Rescuers, Fox and the Hound, Black Cauldron, and tomorrow's film, The Great Mouse Detective, which is the last one I had never seen from the Bronze Age before watching to review it, I feel like they were really trying to grasp at something and trial and error and go outside the Disney norm. I feel like it was a good try, but ultimately they failed. I'm not trying to be too harsh and too critical of the film because I did enjoy it my first time viewing it. I don't know if it would be one that I would add to my regular Disney movie rotation and something that would get a lot of repeat viewings from me. But I can honestly say that it's not one that I'm going to be like, never watching it again. I did enjoy it. At what level did I enjoy it? That's what I'm still trying to figure out. I feel like I almost have to watch it again to really grasp everything. I feel like there was a lot going on. Gurgi annoyed the crap out of me. From the minute he was introduced until the minute the credits roll, Gurgi annoyed the crap out of me. However, when he sacrificed himself and entered the cauldron to save his friends, I kind of had a little bit of a moment. Because as annoying as Gurgi was, he was willing to sacrifice himself for the betterment of his friends. And that's the type of thing that I just admire a great deal in a sidekick, in a hero, and in storytelling. Is when somebody, and especially someone that you don't expect to make that sacrifice, because pretty much the entire movie, Gurgi's been a coward. I even talked about how Taran was annoyed by Gurgi's cowardice. So for somebody that you wouldn't expect to make that sacrifice, it's kudos to Gurgi. It almost had the same effect as Bing Bong in Inside Out when he sacrificed himself to help Joy. The difference was I didn't find Bing Bong annoying. I liked Bing Bong from the get. Gurgi annoyed the crap out. Maybe over repeat viewings, knowing his sacrifice is imminent, maybe I'll grow to love Gurgi a little bit more. But for right now, I'm good on Gurgi. Princess Islandwy, much like I talked about with Maid Marian, she actually is a princess, but she's not part of the princess line. Mainly because the Black Cauldron only has a cult status and is not near as successful as the other princess movies. Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, etc. But I think she's got a great look, and I'd love to see her eventually added to the official princess line, because it would give those people that love the Black Cauldron that make up its cult following more merchandise to purchase. Disney, everything can't just be the hot it movie. Sometimes you've got to dig down and go into the archives and find those movies that maybe didn't do the best theatrically, but kind of have a little bit of a rumbling through your fans, and throw some merch of them out there because you'll make money on it. Robin Hood wasn't one of the most successful films, but even occasionally they throw out there a t-shirt or something. I scored this at Company D, which is an employee exclusive store. I had a connection, was able to get in. I'm not going to reveal my connection because I don't want to get them in trouble, but I had a connection, was able to get in. This was on the clearance racks, man. Fit. I adore Robin Hood, so I scored this. Do the same thing with Black Cauldron. Even though I wasn't a fan of it, do the same thing with The Rescuers. Do the same thing with Fox and the Hound. Do the same thing with The Great Mouse Detective, with Oliver and Company. There's not a whole lot of merchandise for these films, and I feel like it's an untapped well that Disney could make some money off of. When it comes to my review for The Black Cauldron, I'm going to be diplomatic. I did enjoy it. I do feel I need to watch it again. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars. I can't put it up there in even the 3.5 and 4-star range because it's only my first time seeing it. But I did enjoy it. I am willing to watch it again. I would like to watch it again with somebody who is actually a fan of the film so that they can help explain things to me that I might have missed, help guide me a little bit in the knowledge. But I did thoroughly enjoy it. If you guys are fans of the Black Cauldron out there, let me know why you're fans of it. If you're watching the premiere, leave your comments over here. If you're watching on demand, leave your comments down here. Let me know why you're a fan of the Black Cauldron. Get out there on social media. Let's get those hashtags trending. Hashtag Casa D18 Studios, hashtag Renegades Reviews, hashtag Renegade Returns, and of course, the ever popular hashtag Shenanigans. We interrupt this episode of Renegades Reviews for an important announcement about
merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Merchandising, where the real money's made.
Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all the t-shirts you see here from the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham himself. You can get shirts for the Jeff Meacham Network, Talk Wrestling, as well as the red and gold Meachamania shirts. And while you're there, don't forget to get your shirts of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood, the Dads on Wrestling shirt, the Renegade J.J. Williams, Statboy Sports Bar, and the hashtag Statboy Approved shirt. Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network and score your shirts today. Make sure you guys get out there. Do what that commercial just told you. Go to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all your official merchandise of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood. Get you your Renegade J.J. Williams shirt, Dad's Not Always on Wrestling, Statboy Sports Bar, hashtag Statboy Approved, hashtag Shenanigans. Get you your official merchandise of the Jeff Meacham Network, 3 different designs of the Jeff Meacham Network logo for you to choose from, along with Talk Wrestling, Meachamania, and more. And hey, it's summertime. It's getting to be triple digits out here where I am. Get yourself a tank top for those hot summer days and those hotter summer nights. You can get yourself the Renegade J.J. Williams as well as Meachamania in tank top form. Get out there and support us. And while you're supporting, do what that ticker is telling you to do. Do you enjoy my content? Do you enjoy the fact that I'm here daily with brand new material for you guys, filming in my garage studio in triple digit weather. If you enjoy what I'm bringing to you, go to the PayPal link that you see at the bottom of the screen there. Send me a little donation. Keep in mind, guys, I'm not monetized yet. So the only way I can make any financial gain from this is if you guys out there go to that PayPal link and make me a little slight donation. You don't want to donate money, but you still want to give to the cause, go to that link tree, click on the Amazon movie wish list link, purchase a movie from my Amazon movie wish list. When it comes in the mail and I open it on Renegade Recap, I'll give you a brief shout out. And then when I work it into one of my theme months, I'll give you another shout out and give you the credit that you guys deserve for getting out there and supporting me at one of those two links. Tomorrow, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, when I will be bringing you yet another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. Make sure you tune in for the final film of the Bronze Age, the Dark Ages, that I have never seen before from start to finish, The Great Mouse Detective. You're not going to want to miss out on that tomorrow, right back here on Renegades Reviews, exclusively as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. All my loyal viewers out there that tuned in here during the premiere and have been leaving your comments over here, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. All my loyal fans that tune in a little bit later, catch this on demand, leaving your comments down here. Thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate all my fans, regardless of when you tune in and watch. I hope you guys can support me in my venture as I continue. And I hope you guys can support me in my venture as I continue to bring you guys brand new content on a daily basis. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I will see you guys next time.